Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. You know, always inviting you to get social with us. That's right. Tweet us at BronxNet TV, and while you're there, tweet me too at Rhina Valentin. So it's summertime, and the City Parks Foundation, well, is currently having its SummerStage concert series filled with lots of performances. And the concert series showcases different artists from various cultural backgrounds for people throughout New York City, of course, to get out and enjoy. Our next guest has been part of SummerStage for over 10 years, and here to share what we should expect from the upcoming performances, we welcome SummerStage Artistic Director, Erica Elliott. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
Here we are.
It's still summer.
It is. There's a lot more summer to come for us as well, yeah.
You know, when does the SummerStage season begin?
It usually begins in May, but we run from basically May until October. So it's a very long, long summer.
It is,
Yeah.
and it's lovely. It's one of the greatest concepts that New York, the Parks Department could have ever come up with. I've been a SummerStage fan for like years, I mean forever. And so to hear, well, okay, so you and I started having a conversation about how SummerStage is primarily perceived to be in Central Park, but it's really in all the boroughs. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think what people should know is that, you know, we're a nonprofit organization. We work, of course, deeply with the Parks Department, but we're not a city agency. We're a nonprofit whose whole mission is to activate public spaces and to bring New Yorkers into New York parks to really take ownership of those spaces through activities. So, you know, within the SummerStage Festival, we're presenting dance, as you know, you spoke with Jeremy earlier, but also mainly concerts, but spoken word as well, family programming. We do a marionette theater in Central Park and also bring marionette theater out to all 5 boroughs and public spaces. So, you know, it's really about bringing culture to New Yorkers in their communities.
And so when saying that, when deciding and curating each stage for each borough, how do you go about doing that?
We really like to think hyper-local about the communities that we're serving and really bring culture to communities that's reflective of the areas that we're in. So in the Bronx, I mean, you know, the big challenges, right, in every neighborhood in New York, there's a variety of communities, but we have over time kind of honed in on what has been more successful and really brought people out. At Crotona Park, which is the park we're in this week, last night we had a big Latin trap lineup with Masia, who's an up-and-coming but really interesting young artist. The night before, we had Tito Nieves, so of course a legend, and a salsero who is beloved the world, but in the Bronx particularly, people come out strong for salsa. And then tonight we've got an old school hip hop lineup with Breakbeat Lou, who's a Bronxite and who travels the world, has created beats for everyone and nice and smooth. And then on Saturday we will have a reggae lineup. So, you know, in the Bronx, where we're very diverse, it's a little of everything. In other communities, we're aiming to program to those communities. It's a really deep and versatile lineup of things, but really aimed at thinking deeply about, you know, what's going to work in Bed-Stuy is going to be different than what works in the South Bronx, and thinking about what's going to connect with the communities there. And
so we're talking all week long curations, right? Because you just said, like, you just gave me a couple of days. So what are the days that SummerStage is up?
So, I mean, SummerStage is, 7 days a week. We have shows from Monday to Sunday. In Crotona Park here in the Bronx, we're there tonight, and then tomorrow is the last couple days on this run. We were already in the park a couple days, and we were in St. Mary's Park before that. But we still have weeks and weeks of programming. We next move into East River Park, and we've got some great stuff there, including salsero Jerry Rivera, as well as Perry Dance and some other really interesting things. And then we move into Marcus Garvey Park in Harlem, where we do Jeremy McQueen, but also soul singer Alice Smith. And of course, Central Park is operating nearly every day, and we've got concerts all the way until October. Some highlights for me are like Eddie Palmieri and Tony Vega. We also have Angelique Kidjo. This weekend, actually, we have the Originals, which is like a DJ collective of great New York DJs, including D Nice, Rich Medina, Tony Touch. So really, any given day of the week, we have something for you. And really, the thing we haven't talked about is that everything's free.
I'm amazed that you have this all memorized.
I don't. That's why I have this.
but I do. You've been doing it.
No, but to an extent, I mean, look, I've been doing it a long time, and I book all of these artists, so I'm deeply invested in who we bring, and it's, you know, it's my passion. I've been doing it a long time, and I love music, so Yeah, it's the artists I can always remember, the dates and that stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I need a cheat sheet, but it's one of the best things about New York, as you say. And even before I worked at the organization, I mean, I would come to the shows and think, gosh, I grew up in Los Angeles. There was nothing like this. Months of free music, culture, dance. Just all you have to do is take a train, even if you don't live in that borough.
Right.
It's the best ticket in town, Riley.
It is the best ticket in town because it's very, very, very mixed and it's free. And it's not that it's free in the sense that it doesn't cost anything. It's free in just the space and being with the trees and being with your community and just seeing people with their families. It's really lovely.
The joy for me is really the cultural pride. Whether we have someone like Femi Kuti, who we had this weekend, who really represents a global community, and then something as local as the salseros that come to the Bronx who are like, this is my borough. I grew up right over here. I mean, and to see generations of people where, yes, adults, we can come to Lehman, we can go, but to bring children into that space and have whole families be able to really celebrate their culture through music at a top quality production is something we're really, really proud to be able to do very locally for people.
Yes, it's a wonderful family outing, picnic style. I love it. I love it. All right, so we're going to August 22nd. Right.
No, we go all the way till September.
So why was I told August 22nd here? Is it here in the Bronx?
I'm not sure, but the last two shows in the Bronx are tonight.
Oh, they are?
Crotona.
Okay.
Breakbeat Lou, Nice and Smooth, that will be tonight. And then tomorrow, Sister Nancy and Shinehead. Shinehead's also a Bronxite. That will also be at Crotona. And then we do move out of the Bronx into Lower East Side, but of course just a train ride away, and then Central Park goes all the way until October. So there's still lots more to see, but in the Bronx, really come out tonight or tomorrow.
All right, and so where do people get this calendar, this itinerary?
Beautiful. Well,
I know it's in hard copy, but
hopefully
is it online?
they've seen it. Well, yes, certainly online, summerstage.org, all the social handles, SummerStage NYC, Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Physical copies, my hope is that they've seen something in community centers, certainly at the parks themselves, hopefully around town. I know it was in my cafe, and I live in the South Bronx, and I was thrilled to see it there, but otherwise online is always the best. And you can get up-to-the-minute updates. Like last night, we had not the best of weather. The show still went on, and so for immediate, updates, Facebook, Twitter, you can find out, is the show still happening? Are doors open? How long's the wait? Things like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you. So good to see you here.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise. Oh, in case anybody's wondering what she meant by it's good to see you here. We're parents of we're both part of the Parents Association within our children's school.
Yes.
So,
small world.
Yeah, it is a small world. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
For all of us artists. All right, SummerStage once again is taking place, it's taking place until October. And for more information, you can visit cityparksfoundation.org/SummerStage. And of course, you can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So just be sure to check out your local SummerStage. All right, so stay tuned because Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.